Hi everyone. Are you a mom that is dealing with manipulation? Are you wondering how to deal with a manipulative adult child? Well, we're going to talk about that today. But first, for those of you that are brand new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And while her life spiraled, so did mine. And manipulation is something that none of us are new to, right? If you've had children, even your little toddlers start manipulating mom against dad, brother against sister, all of these kinds of things. So it's kind of cute when they're young, right? But it's not so cute as they grow up and when it starts to be targeted against us when they're adults. And so some of it can be a learned behavior, I believe, and some of it is literally sometimes survival for them, depending on what's going on in their life. And other than that, could it be mental illness? It could be. Could it be choice? Yes, it could be. A lot of different factors that could be going on, and no two families are the same. So I'm not here to tell you exactly what your situation is. But I want you to recognize the behavior. Most of you probably can already do that, but some of you might be wondering, am I being manipulated? How do I know? Well, a few examples are, number one would be lying. If your adult child is lying constantly and you're catching them in these lies, that's manipulation. If they are exaggerating stories to make the benefit on their side, guilt tripping, things like that. Those are the things that you want to kind of just have your antennas up a little bit and your radar on and realizing, okay, this is what's going on. So once we know what it is, and like most of you do, what do we do about it? Well, one thing that I think is really important, number one, is to not play into the power struggle. It's really easy to not stay calm and composed. It's really easy to get upset and be reactive and get in that confrontation, which is not necessary. And I highly recommend that you do that and don't play that power struggle. It's not going to help either one of you, and it's certainly not going to help your relationship. Another is setting clear boundaries. You know, we talk about boundaries all the time, and I will always talk about boundaries because they're so important. And it's not about controlling your adult child's life. It's about controlling your own. It's about setting boundaries that you need to prevent yourself sometimes from your child, sometimes from the manipulation even. In today's example, you know, with the manipulation, that is definitely a factor. And so I want you to think about when you are communicating with your adult child, I encourage you to make it open communication. I encourage you to, as much as possible, be empathetic and have a listening ear. Now, I certainly am not saying to sit there and be berated or yelled at or abused or anything like that. But if you have the opportunity to hear your adult child, I encourage you to do that because it might just be the conversation you need to take your relationship to the next level. Sometimes, well, many times, we all need to be heard, right? But when our kids are younger, now they may be 18, they may be 30, I don't know. But when things go on in our life and maybe they've had some traumatic experience, or maybe they're just deciding just to be rude to you, that's possible too. I'm not making an excuse for them. I'm saying that it's possible that they have something to say and it's their perspective, right? Sometimes they manipulate out of that because they don't know how to process what's going inside of themselves. You know, you modeling that healthy behavior on your side of the fence, like we each have a path here. Your adult child has to control theirs and you have to control yours. But when you think about, they are observing how you're handling things. They're not saying, "Oh, mom, good job. Good job, mom. Good job for, not talking back to me and not being reactive." Of course not. You're not going to get some kudos from them, okay? But you need to do it for yourself. You need to do it for your side of the fence here. So you need to realize that by you trying to stay as empathetic as possible, and they are observing how you're handling things. So hopefully the goal is that they might mimic that at some point, right? I don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know how that all is going to play out. But these are all things, actually, for those of you watching this today, the day it's posted, I am having a live event tonight, Friday, May 12th. There's a live event at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so note your time zone, please. 7 p.m. Eastern is called Stop Letting Your Child's Defiance or Estrangement Control Your Life. It's a free live event. If you want the link, you can click below. Be happy to have you join me tonight at 7 p.m. It's not too late to sign up, so feel free to do that. But manipulation is a very real and raw thing, and it's a very hurtful thing. And so I just want to encourage you to know that you can get through this. Your communication with your adult child can improve. And maybe for a period of time, there may have to be a pause of communication, right? If you're getting constant manipulation and just bombarded, then you need to take a look at what that looks like for you moving forward right now. It doesn't mean forever, but things need to kind of sometimes calm and have a little pause, and that's okay. So again, each family is different. Each situation is different. This is not a cookie cutter approach. And so, but this is just to inform you a little bit on manipulation and a few tidbits on what you can do in response to that when you're feeling that, hearing it, seeing it, because you know what it is. So I hope to see you tonight on the call, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.